Good morning, second graders. Today we are on page 193 of your student journal, page 193. And our objective today is I will solve one step addition word problems. Okay, so our objective is today I will solve one-step addition word problems. Okay, one step just means that we're able to solve it by doing only one operation. And because we're in an addition unit, our one operation is going to be we're going to have to add some numbers. And the word problems mean that they're story problems. So they're not just going to give us the numbers, they're going to tell us the problem in a short story. Okay, so let's look at our vocabulary first. And we see something called clue operation words. Terms that help you decide which operation to use to solve a word problem. So we're doing addition right now, and here's some words that we might see in a problem. We might see in all together as one word, or all together as two words, total, or sum. Remember, sum means the answer to an addition problem. It's the answer. So if we see that, okay, this says result unknown. The sum is not known. So they're going to tell us what our add-ins are. We're going to know what the add-ins are, but we're not going to know what the sum is. We're going to have to solve that ourselves. And then it says one-step word problem, a story problem that requires one step, one operation to solve. And our operation for this unit is going to be addition. Okay, so let's look at our steps, friends. I see step 1, read the problem. Sometimes I even have to read it twice so I can really understand it. 2, identify any operation clue words. We're going to look for these clue words, and actually we're going to circle our clue words. If your teacher asks you to do something different, some teachers have different ideas of what to do with clue words. Please listen to what your teacher asks you to do. Then we're going to choose a strategy. Now, we've learned 4 different strategies in this unit, friends. 4 different strategies. We're going to list our strategies right here, okay, because we've learned 4 different strategies. The first strategy we did was draw a picture. We did draw a picture strategy. And if you want to look back, you can flip back in your book and you can find where we learned this. We also did a strategy called place value strategy. So you can look back in your book and say, I like this strategy. This is the strategy I want to use. We also did a strategy called the number. I'm going to do this. This means number, friends. Number line strategy. And this means number. And then we just learned our most recent strategy was something called a friendly number strategy. Okay, so today you're going to see in the directions, it's going to say choose a strategy. You can choose any of these 4 that you like, that you feel the most confident with. Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to get started on my problem. Here is my first story problem. Here is my first story problem. My first story problem says, there are 28 kids in line at the amusement park. Then 11 more kids joined the line. How many kids are in line now? Okay, so what do I see? I like sometimes to circle and underline stuff. How many kids are in line? There's 28 kids in line. So I have 28 kids. And then it says, then 11 more kids joined the line. 11 more kids came. And then my question says, how many total kids? Total tells me they want me to add. So my equation is 28 kids plus 11 more join the line equals, and I don't know yet. I don't know how many kids there are total in line. but that is what they're asking me to do, is to find out how many kids are in line now. So remember, I can choose because I'm going to show you what my directions say. Read and solve with an addition strategy. So this time they didn't tell me what strategy I had to use. They kind of just said I could choose one. So a long time ago, we learned a strategy called the draw a picture strategy. And we did a place value chart, with our ones, tens, and hundreds. And I told you on top of your numbers to always write your place values, ones, tens, ones, and tens. So this was a strategy we called draw a picture strategy when we did this one. So my first addend has 8 ones. So I could draw them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And my first addend has 2 10s, so I could draw them. 1, 2. Okay. My second addend has 1 1. So I could put it right there. And my second addend has 1 10. Okay, so now I could add my 1. So how many ones do I have total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 ones. And how many 10s do I have? 1, 2, 3. But my 10s aren't worth just 1, they're worth 10. So I have 10, 20, 30. So my answer is 39. My answer is 39. Excuse me, friends. And if I saw that in working form, I would have 39 as well with my 1s and 10s. So my answer is 39. And that's the strategy I chose for that problem. For that problem, I chose to use the draw a picture strategy. I'm sorry, friends, I didn't have it moved up. Okay, let's look at my next problem. My next problem is another story problem, and it says, Alex scored 42 points in the first half of the basketball game and 36 points in the second half. How many points did he score all together? How many points did he score all together? Okay. Well, let's look. It says that Alex scored 42 points. So we have 42 points in the first half. And then he scored 36 points in the second half. Okay, and my question says, how many points did he score all together? All together is my clue word that they want me to add. Okay, so my equation is 42 plus 36 equals, and I don't know what that equals yet. So my directions told me I could use any strategy I want. Any strategy. I think I might do the place value strategy. Let's do the place value strategy. So in the place value strategy, we also did a place value chart. And friends, if you were going to do these and they didn't make them for you, you could use your book and look at them. My 1s, my 10s, and my 100s. Okay, and remember on my numbers, I always like to mark them 1s and 10s, 1s and 10s. Okay, so my first addend has 2 1s. So here I do numbers instead of doing pictures. And I have 4 10s. Well, 4 10s is worth 40, so I have 40 there. Okay, my second addend has 6 1s, and it has 3 tens. 3 tens is 30. Okay, so when I add these, I always add in my ones column first. So I like to start with my larger add-in and say I have 6, 7, 8. Kind of use my count-on strategy. And here I have 40, 50, 60, 70. And I did 3 dots because there's 3 tens. Okay, so my answer is 70 plus 8 equals 78. So my answer would be 78. And if I was to see this in working form, I would say I had 42 plus 36. And there's my ones and my tens, and my answer would still be 78. Okay, boys and girls, let's do some of these together. And remember, we're choosing which strategy we want to use. And we had, from our strategies, we have 4 to choose from. So we have dry picture, place value, number line, or friendly number to choose from. So we have quite a lot that we're allowed to choose from when we're doing our problem. Okay, so here's our first one. Our first problem, and it says, Sue read 57 pages on Monday and 32 pages on Tuesday. How many pages did she read in all? Okay, so what is this telling us? She read 57 pages on Monday and then 32 pages on Tuesday. And the question says, how many pages did she read in all? In all is our clue word. It's that clue word that tells us that we're going to add. So our equation is 57 plus 32 equals. And we don't know what our sum is yet. We just know what our 2 add-ins are. So we could maybe do the number line strategy for this one. We could maybe do the number line strategy because we have 4 strategies to choose from. Okay, we have 4 strategies that we're able to choose from. So when we did the number line strategy, which was a while ago, okay, the first thing we do is we look at our add-ins and we choose our largest add-in. So our larger add-in is 57. So on our number line, we are going to start with 57 because that's our larger add-in, okay? Then we look at our second add-in. We look at our second add-in, which would be 32. Our second add-in is 32. And in our second add-in, we're going to decompose this. We're going to decompose our second add-in. So we could say, 32 equals, how many tens do we have here? 1 10, we have 3 tens because that's our ones and our tens. So we have 10 plus 10 plus 10. So we have 3 tens and we just have 2 ones. So this is going to help us make jumps on our number line. So we're going to, instead of adding 32, we're going to add 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 2, which is equal to 32. Okay, ready? So if I have 57 and I add 1 10, I make 1 jump of 10. What do I get? 57 plus 10 is 67. Let's add the other 10. What if I say 67 plus 10 is 77? But we have another 10 to add. What about 77 plus another 10 would be 87? So we added 3 tens. Now we just have to add 2. So what's 87 plus 2? Well, we could do count on. We could say 87, 88, 89. So 87 plus 2 is 89. And that would be our sum, 89. Using the number line strategy. Okay, let's look at our second problem together. It says, on the first day of vacation, the Smith family drove 45 miles. On the second day, they drove 20 miles. How many miles did they drive all together? Okay, so it tells us on the first day they drove 45 miles. And on the second day they drove 20 miles. And then the question says, how many miles did they draw all together? All together is your clue word that they want us to add. So here is our equation. So again, we could use the number line method. We could use the place values method. Our strategy, we could use the draw a picture strategy, or we could even use the friendly number strategy. For this one, friends, look it. We already have a friendly number. We already have a friendly number. We already have 20. So if we were to use the friendly number strategy, we don't even have to do any adding. We already have our friendly number. So normally in the friendly number strategy, we choose which addend is closest to a friendly number, but this one already is one. So we could just leave it like that. So we could say if I had 20 plus 40, what's my 20 plus 40? I would say I have 60. So 20 plus 45 is 65. And remember what I showed you with the friendly number strategy? Look at my ones place, friends. Look in my ones place. I have 5 plus 0 is 5. And look in my tens place. I have 4 plus 2 is 6. That's how I do that in my head, friends, because I do friendly number strategy. I do mental math. So I think of 40 and 20 is 60, and then I only have 5 ones to add. Okay, so friends, when you do these with your teacher, she might tell you or he might tell you what strategy to do. But if you do these by yourself, it says to just choose an addition strategy. So choose a strategy that you feel confident with. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.